You know what I've been checking out all this stuff that's been going on with the government, with the Trump supporters storming Washington D.C. and the White House, going through the congressional hearings and stuff like that, where they do the congressional hearing. And there's been a lot of talk amongst black folks, and the number one topic that black folks keep talking about is, when if black folks would have did that? What if black folks would have did that? That's the new talk. That's probably going to be a good talk for the next couple days. I heard Shaq made a comment about it, and several other celebrities making comments about what if black people were to do that, and what would happen. Guess what? I can answer that for you. I can answer that for you. And here's the answer. We all know black folks ain't gonna do shit. You ain't going nowhere. You ain't marching and storming nothing. You ain't gonna do it. It ain't in you. You see, it has nothing to do with us. But once again, black folks want it to be about them. And since it ain't about them, they want to throw themselves in there. What if black folks did that? I tell you what. Why don't you go and do it and find out? That's what I would have said. Well, actually, that's what I'm saying right now. But we all know that you're not going to do that. Because what those white folks doing, if they have an issue, they go straight to the source. Even though we know nothing's going to change, nothing's going to happen, but that's how they do it. You see, black folks want to burn their own shit down in their own communities and get mad at white people, but yet and still you want to lock arms and hand in hand with the same white folks that you claim that is holding you down. So now that this situation happened, you have nothing to talk about. You just wish that you could do that. But instead, you don't. You know why? Because you won't. You do not have the intellect, the intel, to make noise against the government. We all know that black folks love the government, but they hate the police. But here's the problem, black folks. Who do you think hires the police that you claim that you hate, that you claim is shooting you down in the street and hunting you down like animals? The government. We all know black folks love the government. They love them. They love the government. The government is part of white folks. And as long as black folks love the government, they love white folk. I don't understand why we have to keep going through this over and over and over again. Black folks, you ain't gonna do shit. You gonna march and you gonna protest in those little bitty ass towns wherever some so-called unarmed Negro gets shot by the police because he's doing some ignorant shit. And then you're gonna get mad and you're gonna call in the cavalry, aka Antifa, and they're going to come in and help you burn down the city. Instead of taking your anger to the government. You know damn well you ain't going to do that. You are not going to go to Washington, D.C. and protest and storm. It is not in you. That's what kills me about black folks. Every damn thing is racist. Every damn thing is this. And if there were black folks did that, they would have shot and killed us. I tell you what, how would you know? How would you know? Have you done that? Have you protested? Have you marched? Have you marched in D.C.? Have you kicked in the door? Did they shoot you in the ass? How you know? People keep hollering out a civil war gonna break out. They going the civil war is the civil war going to flee? They're going to free the black folks, right? Is that what that's going to be? You got white trash white folks fighting against white folks that's in power. What they got to do with black folk? Huh? What they got to do with black folk? So since you guys weren't invited to the march, so now you want to make up shit. Well, if it was black people, what do you think they would have? If black folks can't do that, black folks can do it. But you better understand, if you were to do something like that, understand the consequences. Because you sure in the hell didn't understand the consequences when you marching and burning down your own shit. They just gave you a pat on the head and lock arms with the snowflake white folks and say every damn thing is racist and it's Donald Trump's fault. And guess what? Not one bill, not one law, not none passed. But yet and still you so worried about what these white folks is doing in D.C. In the White House. It was called the White House for a reason, I do believe. But anyway, once again, black folks want to always be a part of white people. They have this infatuation. You want to act like them. You want to be like white folk. You want to dress like them. I'm starting to sound like Charles Manson back in 1981 when he made the same statement. Check out my video, and I did a show on that. You need to check it out. Black folks want to be white so bad, and then when you feel like white people will reject you, you want to call them all kinds of names. They ignorant. You racist. You ignorant. But this shit right here had nothing to do with black folk. And now the talk of the town now, everybody hollering out, it's just a shame that what if black people were to do that? There's only one way to find out, brother. If you're feeling froggy, then you go to the White House and kick the door in. You don't want that smoke then, do you? You don't want that. Since America is so racist, go kick in the door over in the White House. At least them folks had the balls to go do it. Y'all want to burn down your own shit in March. Protest. At least they went to Washington, D.C., where the government hangs out. Like I said, ain't nothing going to change over there. But hey, they did it. Then people were talking about how people were killed over there. People get killed in marches all the time. All the time. It's just so funny how we keep talking about this. And you wonder why people do not take black folks serious. You keep talking about reparations. You ain't getting that. You keep talking about changing laws. Ain't nobody changing no laws for you. You keep talking about how you being oppressed. But yet and still, all I look around and see is a bunch of niggas with white women. And black women with white boys. Ain't nobody hanging you for that. So where the racism at? But yet and still, you worried about what white folks is doing in the White House. Bunch of lower level white folks fighting against the government that has nothing to do with black folks. But somehow, some way, people like Shaquille O'Neal and Doc Rivers and other NBA players want to throw themselves in there and say, what if it was black people doing it? Well, like I said, I tell you what, there's only one way to find out. But we all know you ain't going to do it. Because majority of you black folks are going to sit behind your computers at your house with them white girls that you laying up with and them little half and half kids running around the house ain't going to do shit. Talking about how oppressed you are. You are not oppressed. The problem is that black people love to be implemented with white folks and vice versa. The only difference is that majority of white folks do not want black folks in their neck of the woods nor near their homes. They rather turn the TV on and watch you entertain and watch you entertain them. That's what they like. They want to be entertained by you, whether it's on TV or whether their women want you in the bedroom. So guys, I just want to talk about it. You know me, I'm going to throw my spin on it. Black folks, this ain't about you.